All right, yeah, we're live, man. Shout out to the Discord. You know, we started doing something new, welcoming everybody. This is called Discord discussions. I don't know, maybe we're gonna be just talking with the Discord about different manga and anime shit that we love. Starting off with JJK, we got a bunch of them in here. I'm gonna call them by their Discord names, and if you want to join the discussion, link in the bio, link in the description. Join it in. We got my man Jay, we got Verson in the building, we got Parf, and we got my man. What do you want me to call you, man? Because like. I want to call you by your rap name so we can give you like pub.
Just say Pharaoh. Say Pharaoh.
All right. We got my man Pharaoh in the building. So how you fellas doing today, man?
Splendid.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing great.
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm feeling warm. We got a little bit warmed up in the pre-show. Now we're here for the discourse. You know?
I had to do just like a corny intro just to set it up, you know, let the people know what's good. But now we can like have fun. So I'm excited to talk about JJK, and I got to give Jay credit because he brought this up, and this was a great idea. So I'll start with you, Jay. Jay, what do you love about JJK?
Honestly, it's definitely. I think it's probably my second favorite Nujin shonen overall. It's just really well made. It learned a lot from the old big three, I feel like, and kind of tries to avoid some of the mistakes that people might say they made in terms of characterization and in plot especially. And it's just fun. Great character designs, great power system, and solid overall.
That's what hooked me. The power system is what hooked me, and it was like it felt like inspired by what Tagashi did with Hunter x Hunter, kind of.
Yeah, I agree.
But I felt like it was a little bit more. What's the word I want to use? More understandable. Not as much narration bubble required as Hunter x Hunter. It felt a little bit more grounded. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I fucked
more
with
like narratively freeform. Like you can be a little loose with it, rather than having to stick to it, you know, and get like tropey with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Parf,
it's more like stands or something like that.
What drew you to JJK, Parf?
Honestly, I really like the design of the cursed spirits. I love them. And then that's what got me into it. And then I love the curse techniques as well. I like the ranking system of the the sorcerers. And I love the strong female characters. Like a lot of showing you is major complaint is like female characters aren't written well. And I think in JJK they're written very well. Very, very well. So I like that a lot.
That's a fact. We had an argument about that last night. We were literally arguing about that last night. And the one thing we can say is JJK probably does it the best out of all the new Gen Shonen.
I fully agree, yeah. Because
Black Clover's like,
Clover's pretty good about it.
It's all right with it, but like,
I feel like it's fake. Like
yeah.
Like JJK feels real. Like it feels like each character's like their own person, whereas Black Clover kind of feels contrived. But I like Black Clover, I do. But I just feel the female characters in JJK feel more realistic than in Black Clover.
Yeah, because I mean, it does a good job compared to a lot of other shonen in general. To give it its credit, I haven't read enough of Black Clover to fully judge it or anything, but I've liked what I've seen.
Oh no,
I won't slander it or anything.
It's good.
I'll save my slander for Twitter.
Speaking of Twitter, like actually. Shout out to the Black Clover fans for being like actual stands about it, but not seemingly being the most toxic ever. Like at least the Twitter that I'm in, they don't seem to be jumping into everyone else's anime threads and being like, "This is why I should read Black Clover instead." Like they seem to keep to themselves, which is nice. I love you to death. You are my heart and soul. But One Piece fans could learn something from that.
Hey, My Hero fans could learn something from that.
Okay, now you spit.
Yes.
Now you spit.
Like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm in the My Hero fandom, but like, bro, it's like it's a lot.
My Hero fandom's the worst part of the show.
Yeah, like it really is. Like they drive you insane, man. But like you said, Verson, One Piece fans could learn something about that too. But you go ahead, Verson. What do you like about JJK? What your initial thoughts on it? Like what drew you to it? That whole thing.
All right. Well, to talk about like my journey through JJK, as it were. I picked it up, you know, when her brother said it was good. You know, I watched it, and then, you know, we'll get more into it later, but a couple of the early stuff really hooked me. And then I literally just blitzed it. So there's probably some stuff that I probably didn't fully allow to sink in because I literally went from where the anime ended and blitzed the entirety of the manga like the whole way through. So like 100 plus chapters in like 2 days. Did the same thing with Chainsaw Man too. But I just really like it. And one thing that I did notice, again, as much as I love One Piece and a lot of the like longer format shonen, they would bring up stuff up and I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. So I can't wait to see that in like 10, 15 chapters maybe or longer. And it'd be like, nah, man, that's 3 chapters from now. We're in there. Like, it's really good about not just because listen, I love a good slow burn, but it feels like JK knows where it wants to go. It gets to it has, it gives you time to breathe, but it actually gets there. I don't have room in my heart for some of these stories that take literally forever to get there, and also part of it's the industry, like the anime and manga industry is so cutthroat. Sometimes you can't afford to like lay in wait, lay in the cut for like months on end and then just get in there. Sometimes you just want to get in there and get out. And I think even in some ways it could be kind of seen like our boy Gege, like seeing Oda, who has this like massive like love stories created that's awesome and amazing. But he's not that much different than us. I'm sure it's one of those things where it's like, look, I want to do my story, but I want to have more stories to tell after.
Yeah.
I don't want JJK to be my only story. So I'm getting in there. I'm gonna make a bomb ass manga, and then I'll make something different.
Yep.
And I appreciate that.
And see, that's one thing that I like about it in some of these new gens, like when you see Demon Slayer ending, Promised Neverland ending, JJK got in and we're in it, man. We're in it and rolling. And like you said, like things happen when you think things are going to happen in like 10, 15, 20 chapters. Nah, it's in 3. And that's one thing that I love about JJK. Farrah, what drew you to JJK, man?
Okay, man. A lot of what Josh just said. Like I heard the series was really good. Like it was probably the most talked about series that I was hearing about as far as like the newer shonens. But I got into it. I like the early pacing in that I do see a lot of setups for stuff in the future. I see some world building and some some foreshadowing, but they're getting to the point. It's not taking it's not when I first started One Piece and it felt like it was just so much brooding. Like you kept waiting for something to happen. Like, all right, when is the good part? When is the good part? And you finally get to Ennie's lobby, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like here, it's kind of like I feel like I'm getting it a lot sooner. It's getting to the point a little bit quicker, and I definitely like that. It was easier for me to get into. So, and like he said, like I don't have a lot of room in my heart to want to take on that type of undertaking again, starting a brand new series that's so big and get into this brand new world. I need to get some of these fights early on. I like that we got that.
No, that's a fact. And like, man, some of my favorite ones, just the long burn. I don't know if I can do that anymore, like y'all are saying. And JJK gets it done real quick, down and dirty. And I love it. So let's start with some of y'all's favorite characters. I'll start with Parf. Parf, give me top 5 characters, man. Who makes it work for you in this story?
All right. Number 5, we're gonna do the Cursed Spirit Jogo, purely because I love that first off, he fucking gets his head kicked off, and I love that.
Yeah.
But then I think it's during the Shibuya arc, and I don't remember what the exact quote was, but he realizes like cursed spirits and humans are like pretty much the same, and it was just like, damn, this guy's spitting. Number 4, Yuji. He's just great. Number 3, we got Nobara. Second best female, in my opinion, in JK. Maki number 2, but my favorite's Gabi Yuta. And I'm so upset that in the they brought him back just to like put him away again.
Yeah.
I love Yuta so much. I don't know what it is about him. I think his curse technique's really cool that he can copy other ones too.
We're actually getting a one shot for Yuta coming up, so we'll get a little bit more of him at least.
Yeah, he's just my boy. What can I say?
Yeah, no, he's a man. He's gonna be in the culling game though. I hope.
I mean, I'm assuming he would.
They kind of need him.
He is.
Yeah,
he's
kind of good.
He went to a different colony than.
Yeah, I was just upset
he's
that
like
they,
a Megumin.
Like he's that good that he's like, yeah, y'all team up and handle this one. I'm gonna go take on a whole separate one. Like that.
Yeah,
That's
like
grade for nothing.
Yeah, we'll meet in the middle.
That's a fact. Yeah. So, all right, Versa, who's some of your faves?
Well, I actually wanted to talk a little bit a second because I don't think anyone else is going to have him in the list, which is a shame because he is good. He's not on my top 5, for instance, but like Parv said with Jogo, I will say this: massive respect to Jogo. People don't realize and Jonathan knows because we talked about it. He is strong. It's just he's going up against the heavy hitters.
He picks the worst enemies.
Yeah, exactly. He has bad matchups. He's going up against God's gift to the world, Gojo.
Yeah.
And Sukuna. My man at the ball should try and mess with Sukuna. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to have a good showing when you're going against probably the top 2 in the verse. Like no, yeah, you're gonna look bodied. It's not to lean too much on another anime while we're doing JJK discussions, but it's literally like Luffy trying to tangle with an admiral, from the jump.
Yeah.
Like, you're good, you're strong, you're probably already top 100. You're messing with the top 3.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like, you need to know your place. And it's nice that even Sukuna gave him his credit right before he fucking murdered.
Well, I mean, we see him literally no diff like 3 extremely strong people.
Yep.
Right before, in Shibuya.
That was like the exact scene I was talking about. Like, he's like, we cursed spirits are kind of similar.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it almost has sort of like a Hunter x Hunter Meruem vibe where it's like, man, you answer kind of crazy, but humans are bastards too. And then it gets in there. But yeah, as all that preamble aside, my top 5, and Lynn already said he's gonna make fun of me for it, and that's fine because I know where he lives. Listen,
I'm the only one.
Yuji is the boy. He's actually a very good shonen protag where it's like, oh look, the sweet dumb boy, but there's just something different about this sweet dumb boy who punches good. I mean, that's everyone, but this one hits a little different. Probably because his life is so goddamn shit, and he actually, deals with it. Megumi, at this point, it's been talked to death. He's not just better Sasuke. I really enjoy it. I really like his... Man, he's literally that one Budox quote where it's like, man, today's a perfectly good day to throw your life away. Megumi's jumping at the chance. Every time he can. He's like, ooh, it's time to pull it out. Time to use my forbidden technique.
What made me love Megami was when he pulled out that domain expansion. He was just absolutely just on the edge. He was like, "Fuck it, man, I'm going for it."
Yeah, he's like, I've been building it up enough.
That was the best part of the season 1, probably in my opinion, Jay.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, his technique is. Like, it's good. I love the little summons, especially whenever they get weird and very yokai with it, like the little frogs. And we know later on in chapters he does that cool shit with the rabbits, where it's like anyone else would just see it as fodder. But he's technically minded, which is good, and I appreciate that. Once again, from the mouths of Gojo himself, he's like, Megami, value, okay. Our boy Yuji has Sukuna in his belly. You can do some really dope shit too, but you got to stop trying to literally die every 10 minutes for your friends, even if you like to play it off. Nobara, great lover, total babe, awesome. Love a girl with a hammer who's willing to do some dumb shit. And Toto's the boy, good man, just best friend though, love him.
Yeah,
just the kind of guy you want to be a brother, even if he is a little creepy. And the last one, which is the one that I know I'm going to get made fun of, but guess what, Len? I love Junpei. That was one of the reasons why I picked it up and decided to run with the series. That's a good boy right there. And what they did with the ED was wrong. It was wrong to show him hanging out with everybody at Jujutsu Tech. It was messed up. It's upsetting.
Dude wouldn't have made it.
He did attack a school.
He was a school shooter.
Who amongst us? In our
who isn't a school shooter?
I'm not,
right? Anyway, but look, he turned that anger inwards, and and then he got turned into that weird fucking thing, that weird frog,
and got murked.
Anyway, I'm still wondering if we're gonna see, with the arc being what it is, if we're gonna get anything reflected in the Shibuya incident. I think that would be something interesting, and I'm kind of laying in the cut waiting to see somebody be like, hey, look, poison steam shit.
Okay. All right. That's a solid 5. I rock with that 5. I'm not mad at your Junpei selection. It's respectable because I don't think I'll hear that name again on this discussion. So I rock with it.
Some
Version.
really interesting symbolism, actually.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember the OP for the anime in season 1, like the first OP, where Yuji is on like the subway or the metro train with the water and shit.
Yep.
Well, the fish that he has there is used to symbolize Junpei, which is an emperor angelfish, and what they're known for is basically they never live to the winter, and they are often victims of getting swept up by tides into places that they should not be. So the symbolism there is like really intense, actually, with Junpei.
And
That's
it's
why
so
when he meets Mahito, I believe it's called the cursed spirit and the juvenile angelfish or something like that.
Oh, that's hard.
And it's and see like that symbolism and everything, but also you got to give it to Gege real balls because in a normal shonen, Junpei would be your antagonist for the rest of the series.
He'd be the
Exactly.
It would be Sasuke. And I
here
did
it's
not
like
want that.
nope. And also at the very end, once again, Junpei isn't like evil. He was legit about to get Tano Jutsu'd in a very good way. And then Mahito was just like, yeah, lol, okay.
Yeah.
And Sekuno was then like, yeah, lol, okay. Yeah, I can fix it, but why would I? I don't like you. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, based on the names I listed, my list needs a little bit of updating because there's like 3 people on my list that no longer apply. So yeah, I'll have to make a new one at some point.
Wait,
If you need more good characters,
I think one of I'm holding out hope that one of them's coming back. I'm holding out hope, man. She
yeah, well, Nanami definitely ain't.
Oh man, I forgot about Nanami. He would be my top 5 if
look. He's in mine. He's still in mine. I love that guy. All right, Jay, give us your top 5, man.
All right, starting from number 5, I got to go with the heroine, the princess of JJK. I am of course talking about Megumi, who is always getting saved by men in his life. Is the heir to a clan and thus a princess. Has magical hands and shit like that. And they always believe that a charming man will save him. He is a Disney princess.
Even can summon little animals, just like
that's true.
I like Megumi a lot. He's the heart and soul of the team. Surface level people always see him as just like a Sasuke clone because of his color palette and shit, but he is so much different, like incredibly different. Not even similar characters at all.
Pharaoh, he disagreed.
I assume he'll pop up.
Yeah, I assume he popped back on up in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd really enjoy his technique and stuff. And once you go back and reread, if you've read the series, you can see him preparing to do his forbidden technique like all the time, like Person said, which is interesting. Number 4. Oh, another note is that I love that Gege has said that Megumi and Yuji will never fight again because it would just diminish their friendship. And
that's beautiful.
characters.
Yeah. Also, but
I just don't want to see him have to do that anyway.
Yeah, it's trite. Like, what would make them do it at this point?
That's a good point,
especially with the Shibuya arc, post Shibuya arc, and now in the Killing Games. It's like we're in there. Like, what would cause the team to like sever? Especially if we're hoping for what's laying in the cut to like come out. That would only make their bond grow stronger. But yeah, Megumi is what. Sorry, I just want to say, Megumi is what I kind of thought from the promotionals of Naruto Sasuke was going to be. Like, especially that one scene with the bridge builder where all you see in the promos is Sasuke put himself in front of the bridge builder. I literally thought he was going to be like a heroic archetype that was going to be there to support Naruto, and then it didn't. And granted, it became like a codifier, but I'm happy to see what I originally wanted out of Sasuke in Megumi and done to greater heights than I could have hoped for. So
that's a solid 5. I rock with y'all's 5.
I only said 1.
Oh, you only said
1.
Oh.
His 1. Sorry, his 1.
Yo, that's a solid 1, man.
Yeah,
Right,
he's like, number 1 with a bullet.
I'll go through the other one. So for 4, I got to go with my boy Toto. He's just great. He's got like 3 out of the best 5 quotes in the entire series. He has one of the best curse techniques just in general. I love the way he uses that shit. His entrance in Shibuya is fantastic. Number 3, I got to go with my boy Yuji, just because he is like the best new gen shonen pro tag by a lot. He's very unique. I don't know, just love that guy. He needs to be protected. I hope that he can be happy by the end of this or some shit, at least. Even though probably not. It's probably
No,
asking for a
definitely
lot. Then number 2, got to go with my best girl Maki. Just love her a lot, even before her power up. Post power up's fantastic too.
Spitting.
Yo,
I can't wait to see her in the fucking Cullen game.
Oh,
She went
same.
the fuck off in her little mini arc. Gege needs to give her a goddamn volume cover,
I
bro.
fully agree. Fully agree.
Robbery.
It's highway robbery. And then my number 1 is definitely my boy Gojo. I know it's trite to say, but I just love that guy a lot. Actually, you can't really see it, but if you look over there in between those 2 posters, you can see I have a picture of him pinned up on my wall doing his domain expansion.
Gojo's the man. Don't let your brother get you all upset about the Gojo love, man. Gojo's the shit. I got Gojo in my top 5.
Gojo is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
he's
great that
like,
you guys love him. I'm glad
one
no
of the
one in
most-
story does.
he's one of the most well done, overpowered characters in manga. And
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
And
Cause like I'm gonna be honest, if he was in Naruto, he would not have been locked away for like how long he's been locked away for.
No.
yeah, he would have gotten like fucking Ito Tensei or some shit.
Yeah. You're
That's-
not allowed to have powerful characters like off screen for too long.
That's a fact.
Unless
are.
they're
You
unless
are.
they're dead. And then as you said, not actually that long either.
That's a fact. So okay, so I guess
It was very ballsy to make a character from the gate and say, hey, look, this guy could literally solve 90% of the problems. Because, like I said, they mentioned getting second on their side in the same breath as locking down Gojo.
Yep.
It's very ballsy that he went all in with that, and I'm making a character at least mostly likable. Because, I joke around a lot. I do like Gojo. I just also, I really like, how the world plays around him. And it's very satisfying that they managed to get one over on him.
Yeah.
and didn't
What
expect
about you?
didn't
What's your top 5?
my top 5. Okay, so
Yeah.
number 1 has to be Nobara. I just think the way that she was like introduced, the way she was used, and
Interesting.
Yeah.
was I just loved everything about her because I didn't see that coming. Because you got to think. You seeing Sakura, seeing Nami, Robin, seeing who else you want to use? Seeing Ochako, seeing even Noelle. Like I like Noelle, but Noelle seems like a damsel in distress for most of the time. But he subverts that by giving her own
Their
power.
support.
Yeah,
Their
exactly.
That's a very good way of putting
And
it. yeah.
she's very much not. I have a hammer too.
And she's like, I don't necessarily need your help. I can do it on my own. And I really rocked with that. And one of my favorite characters in all of anime is Revi from Black Lagoon, and she gives me a lot of
That's a
Revi
great
energy.
character.
Gives me a lot of Revi energy.
We love and
they
support
would be
Revi,
good
We
even though
stand
she would never love and support you, but we fucking support her.
That's a fact. She would hate us, all of us.
And that makes it better.
So I have Nobara at 1. At 2, I'm going with the other strong female. I'm going with Maki because like I love her. I love her, and like you said, Jay, post pre-upgrade and post-upgrade, she was still number 2 for me because in pre, it's like I'm gonna use my knowledge of all these cursed weapons and my physical ability and like fuse all these cursed objects and whatnot to what I can do physically. But then after, it's just like I'm gonna just make you a strong Toji, like just basically give you all of what that guy had, and then
Yeah, you're just fucking freak now.
times 10 exactly. So I have her.
Yeah.
I have her 2, and of course I have best boy Yuji 3 because like Verson said, like he's just a good MC. He is like I can't be mad at him. And at number 4, I'm going Gojo because I love me a good Kakashi like character. I said that to trigger some people out there. I love me a.
Triggered me.
I saw it in your face.
Me too, man. Me too.
It's a worthwhile discussion that's been done to death. All right, it's not there.
Sure.
He's based off of like a really random character in Naruto, actually, like some side character that the guy with the bandages over his eyes. I can't think of what his name
Wait.
is.
Oh yeah, one of the two guys that hangs
that
out
we
with-
always see with the spiky hair with like the that's in the tuning exams, who's always there with the other dude.
I know exactly who Jay is talking
Yeah,
about. now.
it's yeah, and like
Obitake Tonbo. He's
No
literally
fucking clue who he is, but I know. Well, like
he has like
yeah.
a cigarette in his mouth and has like bandages wrapped all
On
over
his face. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, He
interesting.
gets thrown in with like Gecko and that other guy and stuff as kind of like those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, he's part of their crew after a while.
Okay, wouldn't see that coming, but okay. So yeah, I got Gojo at 4 for like everything that Jay said. I just love him, and the fact that like y'all said that the writer's just like, yo, I'm gonna say he's the strongest person in the verse in like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and then like we're gonna deal with that in very interesting ways that doesn't take away from the MC or the side character. So I got to put Gojo 4, and then Megami at 5 for everything y'all said. I love him. I love domain expansion. And then that's my crew. I don't have any villains in there, but how do y'all feel about? I think it'd be an interesting discussion to have. How do y'all feel about the villains of JJK?
I love them.
They're
great.
all good.
They're
really
They're probably in my top. Like Sukuna is probably in my top 10. I enjoy him.
But it's
being
like-
different from other inner demon types,
Yep.
and everybody else is pretty like the new main antagonist we got is pretty fucking sick with just the levels of plotting that
Yeah.
motherfucker has
Well,
been doing.
yeah, it's better Eisenplot. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Mm.
to the well, part of the reason why it's
People are
better
gonna get
Eisenplot.
mad about.
Yeah,
things.
people. Yeah, they will.
Okay, well, let me put it this way, and I know we've been pretty loose with
Don't
it, but
flame
I'm
the
gonna say,
podcast. You've just been on this
uh,
one.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna flame it now and hop out. Just gonna leave a charter
I'ma leave.
main where this podcast used to be. But listen, I'm gonna say this, and we've been kind of flipping about the series. We're working on the assumption that you're mostly caught up, but semi spoilers. Listen, Aizen never went and got himself pregnant to make Ichigo. All right.
That's true. That is
All right.
very true.
I mean, he's
All
spitting right now.
Aizen
He is
didn't have
spitting.
skin in the game like that. He didn't endure a pregnancy like that.
That
9
was
months
that
of
is
commitment.
planning. That
Like,
that-
He's like,
Like-
I'm literally gonna become a woman, get it done, Orochimaru style, and then hop back out.
but like that's further than Orochimaru.
Yeah, that is.
That's a step further. Orochimaru just like dressed as a woman, wore
exactly.
skin. This guy was like, I am a woman now for the foreseeable future. At least 9 months.
Yeah.
Probably longer, obviously, but at least 9 months.
Didn't see
And
it.
he's like, it's Ushi Gushi, and it's gonna create like a bunch of cursed users. like, you sick fuck.
I mean, listen, man just had to play.
Yeah, he did.
He
That's
saw it through.
I don't care about suck 37 dicks to get this job done.
He just kept trying.
So okay, do y'all think Sukuna will ever get the Asta demon treatment, the
No.
Karama treatment, and if so, how mad would you be?
Oh,
If-
become
if
like
he-
a
if he
like
did,
a
it
homie.
would
don't
be
see
the
it
worst
ever
twist.
It's
Okay.
not gonna happen.
Let me put it to you
That
this
man
way.
is a cannibal.
Yeah, Sukuna is literally a chef who chops you up and eats them. Like, the thing for Sukuna for me is like, I don't think him and Yuji will ever be friends. They shouldn't ever be friends, especially because Yuji's like, dude, you fuck me over literally all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why would you gaslight me on a daily basis? Why would I ever trust you, you
Mhm.
weird mouth fuck? But I don't think they're ever gonna be friends. I think there might come a time, especially when Sukuna gets all his dirty little fingies, they might come to a momentary truce. I could see that. Like a one time for the one time
I can see
truce.
that, yeah.
And then after that it turns into a case of, all right, cool. Third party's out of the way, now it's you and me. Let's get it. Fight for Megami. Let's go. This
That's
cat fight's gonna last 72 hours.
that's gonna happen. Like like because I'm super interested in what he wants in Megami, and like with Megami being the head of his clan now and all of that. Like
Yeah, it's one of the only things that the author has not, like we've been saying, cashed in relatively quickly. So because he hasn't, because it hasn't been cashed in so quickly, it legit has suspense. We don't know what's going on. It's juicy. It's like one of the longer running plots in the entire series.
that's
And I'm interested in to see where it pops off.
Jay. How do you feel about Sukuna?
I like Sukuna. He's pretty interesting. I really would like to know more about him and his disciple that showed up too, the ice-based one. Urame, I think the name is. There's some pretty interesting theories about what his curse techniques have to do with. I don't know if you've heard them about him being a chef
Oh
because
no.
he has slicing and fire, and one of the more literal translations of his technique is Hell's Kitchen.
Mhm.
So
My man's in a
and
big old gumbo pot.
He does eat people as a cannibal. So
Mhm.
That'd be hard. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be a very interesting way to like tie him into like what he actually is and likes doing, being a chef. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
When
a
you open the door-
gourmand.
yeah, then you open the door for people to say that it's like Hannibal with fucking Hannibal Lecter and Will Graham. Some
Yeah.
shit.
And then after that, you can have all the verses about as you want of Sanji versus Sekuno, which I mean, fucking depends, but
You might, I mean, you might as well if we can get Soma and Saki. We might as well. I mean, Soma and Sanji. We might as well get Soma, Sanji, and Sekuno all cooking.
you know what? Let's agree it's strictly cooking based and take it from there.
All right. So back to what we was talking about. Parf, how do you feel about Sukuna?
I think he's a great demon. I think I think when JJK was first animated, he was either nominated or maybe won Best Anime Villain, and I don't think he's a villain until the Shibuya arc because like he actually comes out and kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he's a
before
nuisance
Yeah.
and like an underlying threat.
Yeah, but like best villain, fuck no. I mean, maybe now he has the potential to be it.
Mm-hmm.
I think fucking Geto, Kenjaku, Kama, whatever the fuck you want to call that piece of shit. He is definitely a villain. Great villain. And I think I would like to see him and Sukuna fight. I don't know how that would go. But I think Sukuna is definitely one of the most well-written inner demons because I see at no point because like you got fucking what's Asta's demon? Does anybody remember?
Oh,
Maybe-
leaked something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And then you got Kurama and Naruto. Like they're like friendship.
Oh, Lebe.
I have-
It's Lebe. That's what it's. Yeah.
Lebe. I see no possible way for Sukuna and Yuji to ever become friends, especially after Shibuya.
Yeah.
Well, and in large part because Sekuno is just straight up like a bully. Like he
Yeah, he
internet bullies like Yuji, except Yuji can't log off.
That's
My
a
man is
perfect way of
in the
describing
DMs,
it.
just like be like, yo, Yuji, you should probably kill yourself, dude.
Yeah,
Like
it's
just do it. Like
it's
just
like,
do it though.
dude, just leave me alone. I like to think that whenever Yuji's trying to sleep, Sukuna's like, yo, just kill yourself straight up.
And that's
Go-
all the
get your
time,
fingers.
man. Like, just go get your fingers.
Constantly.
And you see what I want to know about Sukuna is what's that contract he made with Yuji from the jump?
I want to see that too.
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna pay off huge.
At some point soon.
I'm telling you guys, he's just building up time because he wants to go on a date with Megami. They're gonna go to the theme park, have a nice little sea salt ice cream, and then he's gonna be like, "This is really nice," and then he's gonna eat Megami's fucking soul.
How do y'all feel
Or
about
something.
Mahito?
Fuck that
Fuck
dude.
that.
I mean, yeah, fuck that guy, but really well written.
Super
Really
well written. Like he was a great antagonist for that first half.
Absolutely. Also, Loki should have stayed a girl that one time though.
I mean,
You know what I
you're
mean?
spitting right now.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like-
been.
I'm just saying, it would have been fine. It would have been absolutely fine.
See, that's why, like, when I saw that motherfucking Sukuna was nominated from JJK, it's like that makes no sense because Mahito is such a better villain for the first part of JJK, and
Sukuna
like,
doesn't really do much, honestly.
yeah, no,
Actually,
Sukuna
he
doesn't,
doesn't
do
have
fucking
agency.
Shit.
He literally doesn't have agency.
All he does is
has, like,
kill
background
Yuji,
stuff.
and then
Yeah.
that didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mahito is amazing. He really does know how to get under Yuji's skin, and I love seeing how
Mhm.
often he does it
Yeah.
with
And
fucking Junpei.
And where he
Nobara,
fucking comes from
Hanami.
fits into that, He's like, yeah, I'm people's fear of other people. So
Yeah.
literally, it's like almost jumping into a mirror room first, except then we get like his wings being clipped and cut off and be like, yeah, man, you thought you were the final antagonist of this.
But you're
series.
not.
Not even close, buddy. You're like a little worm. I've been building shit in the background for years. And the funniest part of that being is like, yeah, dude, guess what? You're not the final antag either. That's gonna be Sukuna.
Yeah, true.
Which in and of itself is refreshing. It's nice to, it's nice after everyone got burned on Naruto. It's nice to know who the final villain is going to be ideally so far ahead of time, and that we're not going to get
Kaguya.
Plot twist.
Yep.
yeah, we're not going to have a moon
Surprise,
princess.
Yuji's dad is actually Yuji's real dad is the villain.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me
Well,
started
maybe
on Dad All for One. Like that's coming.
Yeah. Maybe Yuji's real dad was the villain. Did you think that maybe the reason why this guy's doing everything he did is because Yuji's dad didn't pay child support? I'm just saying. We don't know that he did.
We don't.
Yuji's grandpa was there, but Yuji's dad ain't around.
That's a fact. Okay, so what would y'all say is your favorite arc?
Mine's easy. The Cursed Child arc, the opening, Volume 0. I love that. I love the shit out of it. Can't wait for the movie.
100. Okay, yeah, because you're a Yuta guy. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I read that before the anime, so I was like, and then I was really disappointed when Yuji came out first. I'm like, I get it, but I really liked Yuta, so I love that arc.
Movie, so.
Yeah, you're about to get a whole movie. That's gonna be gas too.
Yeah, I'm about to get a whole movie.
That's more than Shanks fanboy Lin gets.
Oh, don't do that! Don't do that!
Damn.
Shanks is gonna be Film Red's gonna be great. Don't do that.
Damn.
It's like Lynn's gonna be like Shanks is gonna be so good. It's gonna make up for all the starving, all the starving I've been doing.
Yo,
Yonko, you don't understand. He's cool.
I'm ready, man.
Yeah, ignore the fact that he has an FBI badge underneath his coat.
He's not, guys. He likes Luffy. I swear.
Yeah. He's not indifferent to that kid. He got gave the straw hat to.
When my man is not a Fed, I'm just gonna be laughing. That's all. I'm just ready. So
Well, come on, Lynn. Come on. At this point, dude, if he was a Fed, then I'm gonna say, Lynn, you owe me money. All right.
all right, fair.
Because that flies in the face of everything. But anyway, regardless, man, favorite art sword and shoes, like I said, because my journey was just one long arc, pretty much, because I just chomped through it. You know what? I'll say this: as much as I love like Shibuya and it was awesome, I think actually the potential—it's not quite there for me yet, but the potential for the Killing Game, I think, is awesome. It's very exciting. It's an arc that I'm really excited for. I mean, in One Piece, we've been in Wano for forever now, so the newness has long worn off.
Yep.
But Shibuya arc, I still feel like we're just getting
kind
in
of getting
there.
that way for me.
Yeah, like it's gonna be great. I don't know. I'm really excited for the Killing Game, especially because Yuji's gonna get into Fortnite afterward, and that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Jay, what's your favorite arc?
I would have to go with the hidden inventory / Star Plasma arc. Just seeing a flashback of Gojo.
That was great.
That is my second favorite arc.
Choji is fucking awesome. I think it has some of the best fights too. So
Yep.
I'm really excited to see that animated. Yeah,
I think that's my favorite arc, or the arc where Nanami dies. One of those.
That's Shibuya.
Yeah, Shibuya. Okay, yeah.
I would go Shibuya is my third. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I put the one you said, Jay, number 1, and then Shibuya 2.
When are we gonna hang out with? When are we gonna hang out with more of the people from the school? Like,
I do.
Loki kind of just. No, we're not. We still have principals hanging around. They're supposed to be powerful,
baby.
Yeah, he's
right?
gone.
Yeah, but I'm also talking about the old man with the fucking bass guitar.
Oh yeah.
I want to see more of the guy with the fucking sword that showed up in the Shibuya arc. Fucking shows up.
Yeah, his name's Yuta. We know.
You're talking about Kusakabe.
Yeah,
the guy who he has one of the hardest covers in JJK.
Exactly, that's my point. His cover's super fucking hard. Shows up, kind of helps, and doesn't come back. It's like, what's he doing? I like how Panda came back.
He said he wanted Yuji to be executed.
He did.
Panda came back. That was cool.
Yeah.
How do you?
Yeah, but
Yuji's
Yuji
died
said
like
he was going to
5
kill
times.
Yuji, and look what happened. Like, people say shit and don't mean it. Come on, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I ever told somebody that they should die, I didn't really mean it. I actually wanted them to succeed.
So, all right, Jay, how do you feel about what's going on right now in the Culling Games?
I've been enjoying it so far. I really like what they did with like Hikari and his girlfriend. Higurama is fucking really cool. His cursed ability is pretty sick. And I like his interaction with Yuji a lot. Like, he needed to hear that Shibuya wasn't his fault necessarily.
Absolutely.
You know?
That was key.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
huge. He filled that Nanami role.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's that mentor, like not mentor figure necessarily at this point, but just like a voice of reason who can
Yeah, who's
tell
been
them
through
what's
some
up.
shit.
Yeah.
And it's actually really interesting just in the way that, Nanami being a stereotypical Japanese salary man and going through the daily grind and being like, man, the world of the curse users kind of sucks. Japanese bureaucracy also really sucks, so I'm just going to do like a mix between the two. And then, we get introduced to our new boy, and he's like, man, being a lawyer, especially a defense lawyer in Japan, really
sucks.
99% conviction rate.
Everything sucks.
Yeah, and for the most part, it turns into a case of in Japan, like obviously America has sterile problems with cops, but in Japan, usually the case is, yeah, we'll take you alive, but we're gonna get our conviction one way or another, even if we have to hound you for literally years after the trial is done. We're gonna get you because they don't like being proven wrong. And it's just really satisfying because I think on some level, especially if you're somebody who's seen the injustices of the world and tried to correct it in some manner of speaking, to have magic come into your life like that and you actually are able to do some shit, like the very last scene when he's like, nah, trial's still going on. Everybody get back in your seats. I got this weird ghost behind me now. We're going to do a retrial right here. Like, I don't know. It's freeing to an extent. And I'm happy that, he got a very interesting little scuffle with the UG. And I'm glad he probably should be on the team.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be on the team.
I think
he's
could be on the team,
ultimately
but I
a
think
good
he's gonna end up
person.
dying. I do see his death coming.
Well,
You can't have anybody
he's a
positive.
mentor type figure like Nanami.
Yeah,
So yes.
you can't have any positive people.
You can only either get killed or get thrown into
or he'll
baby
get
jail.
or he'll get maimed like Toto did.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez,
RIP
bro.
Boogie.
What if we do all three? Dead, maimed, and in jail.
Man, I hope he doesn't. But y'all are right. Like, no character is safe in this story. And how do y'all feel about that with like the apparent deaths we've had with Shibuya, like y'all said with Toto, and if my girl Nobara doesn't come back, and like,
He's dead.
Oh, Nobara's coming back for sure.
Like,
She
because like
has
Yuji would have reacted way differently to whatever Megumi told him.
Well, to be fair, there was so much going on.
I mean,
There's
you're not
so much
wrong. There
going
was
on.
a lot going
It would
on.
be
Like
bad
he
writing for
he
her
did
to
just kill a
be
lot of
dead
people.
like
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I agree.
Not have us sit with it for a minute.
Yeah. I just
but Toto's dead, right? Like he's done
No,
skis.
he's alive.
No.
He's
alive.
alive.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
He just doesn't have a
That's
curse. He doesn't have a curse.
Yeah, he
technique.
lost his arm.
But I think the
You
bar's so
say that,
important for
but-
them to kill her.
He should be able to still do his curse. I know
literally
he said it's dead.
Boogie Woogie is dead.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
I
been
know,
Boogie
but fuck
Woogie's
that.
dead.
Learn how to ham bone, man. Just do a little bit of.
I do agree, but I loved his fake
Then
out.
clap them cheeks.
I was
like
waiting
his
for
fake
someone
out
to
too,
say that.
I mean, he's still strong. He's still strong.
Yeah,
I
totally.
can't take that from him.
Joking aside, Toto can still fuck shit up.
without his curse technique
Yeah.
anyway. So
But
Yeah.
I think-
Wait. Give
What?
him a cursed arm.
Mm.
Give him a badass curse like.
So, like-
a lot of people
I
have
mean,
suggested
so they can
Replacement
restore.
arm.
Like there is a possible way to restore his body because that's what happened with.
Give him
Geto.
like 5
Yeah.
second of fingies.
It's just like you gotta find someone to do it.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, it's refreshing coming off of One Piece. Love you, Oda. That being said, you're
Facts.
fucking around. You're fucking around, Oda.
Bro.
Come on now.
Bro, Kinamon's alive. Like, what are we fucking talking about?
Yeah, like scabbards. Hello, hello. Listen, the same saying goes every time. If it's a flashback, genocide. If it's not
Yep.
a flashback, it's all gravy. It's all candies and roses. And I do appreciate that JJK is like, nah, man. We literally will just take away some of these people in the prime of their arcs.
Yep.
You're so true, so true.
Like, because so many times, especially when you love manga and you love anime, but when you love stories in general, it's like, man, this guy's halfway through his arc. Like, if he dies right now, it's to set someone else's arc up, and I don't see anyone who can pick that arc right now. JJK, it's like, yeah, no, sometimes things happen. People die for a reason. The world is a fuck.
Fucking happens.
And I think that's what makes this story. Another reason what makes this story special is like the mortality is just like it's what it actually is like in real life. It's not like we're gonna just play around because popularity polls have you high and like keep you here longer than you need to be. Like no, we're gonna get you out of here if it's necessary. And like for example, didn't expect the principal to be gone like that. Like they got him out of here real quick.
They murked him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that guy. That guy was cool, but I had to go.
Listen, as we said, he's a reasonable authority figure.
Yeah,
Which means
dead.
bye-bye. Bye.
true. Okay, so I guess before we wrap up, when do y'all think Gojo's coming out? Like, how much longer do you think we go until he comes
That's a
out?
question.
I don't
After the
think
couple
you-
games, probably.
Yeah, probably. But I also think you shouldn't out Gojo before he's ready.
Yeah.
I think that's really rude of you. But honestly, I really don't fucking know because I mean, Gojo's trapped to stop the culling game, so therefore he can't bust out
Yeah.
before it's over, or like he has to bust out at the very end.
Or he busts out and just doesn't care.
Well, I don't know, man. Life on like things are really weird with how the different seals and stuff have been set down. I feel like either Gojo has to care or he's been put into a state where it's like, nah, I'm out, but my hands are still tied.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it could be a case of he busts out and it's like, I'm out in the world and I can talk to y'all now, so I can advise you.
But I can't
But
do
there's
anything.
still shit going on that I can't do.
Yeah.
Like like the cost of me getting out was so much that I'm still basically handicapped or something. Like maybe they could do that, which would be interesting because then we could get Gojo back and we could still like talk to him and see him on screen. But yeah, I mean, the plan would kind of be all for naught, and the story would be kind of wasted a little bit if Gojo breaks out in time to like be the one to fix everything. Because that's the other thing too. Like they're not focusing that hard on freeing Gojo. Like it's part of it. But they're trying to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
So they should be able to do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Gojo will get out after the Culling games, but looking at how the power-ups have been going and stuff, I think that it won't be a big deal for him to be out because we have Maki, who's a fucking Terminator, on the team now, and like obviously Megumi is pretty disgusting. Yuta is there.
Yeah.
Like
Yuta is there.
Gojo's whole thing is he wants his students to be just as
Strong as him. Yep.
So he
Mhm.
doesn't have
Yeah.
to be the only person there. So
He
I
wants to be
think-
part of a team.
Yeah.
And also, the way that the world works in JJK, whenever Gojo is in the world, curses just naturally get stronger to compensate. Because they
Mhm.
mentioned that curses got radically stronger when he was born.
Mhm.
So I imagine whenever comes back, a similar sort of deal will happen. So I think the power scaling will
Equal out.
go up
Yeah.
to a level where we are seeing the students at Gojo-ish level, special
Yeah.
grade level, I should say. And
Yeah.
at this point, all of the curses that are relevant are already special grade. So
Yeah. Which
That is
was
true.
also, getting back to the fundamentals of the manga, that was interesting. But then to kind of like not rush it, but to jump in into being like, nah, we have a system for curse grades, but just let you guys know, like, this is it. This is where we're getting to it. Yeah.
True. And see, okay, so with that being said, I want to ask y'all just one more thing about the culling games. How do y'all feel about Hakiri and his girlfriend? Because I love that pairing. I do, and I want to see more of them
Yeah.
after the culling game. I don't want to see them die, but
No, it'd be a waste. We haven't seen them enough yet. And,
Yeah.
I don't know how long the culling game is going to go on, but they were set up a little early. There's some good stuff going on there. I like his sort of like delinquent situation. Once again, he's kind of like Toto, but not really.
And I like his
He's a
design
nice
as
guy, he's
well.
boisterous.
yep.
Yeah.
yeah, he's got so much drip. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
And I like that he was like,
Dude's built like a Street Fighter character.
yeah.
He
was
is.
like, whenever some old people tried to talk at me, I said, fuck school.
That's a fact, and I just love how he's like anti-establishment and all of that. But I want to see him join like not necessarily part of the crew, but like someone they can call on if necessary.
Yeah.
Krista will fuck with him hard whenever he catches up one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a better version of that weird woman who they also can call on, except, the weird woman with the kid.
You mean the weird
Yeah.
woman who's possibly
Maybe.
sleeping with her brother?
Yeah.
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 see-
Yeah.
See, I think he'll be part of that similar rogues galleries where he's kind of like on the line, except you'll actually want to call him to hang out because he's not a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Well, I
He's
think
not possibly a
I think
pedophile.
We'll at least see him interact with Gojo, as Hikari is Gojo's student as well.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we'll have at least until Gojo gets released to see him.
Yeah,
I
it'd
think.
be interesting to see like their conflicting like viewpoints because they're both anti-establishment. They both want to like make a change up. And
Yeah.
we can see how Hikari might be like, yo, man, we were going to do this together. And then like you bounced, like you got yourself trapped like a fool, so I had to hold it down, in the culling game, especially like Lord forbid, like if he loses someone close to him, like his girlfriend, or let's say just people in general, like maybe he has friends and family who are unrelated to, this world of cursed spirits and stuff. I think he might have some real shit he has to say to Gojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see more of the one special grade we haven't really seen a ton of, which is
Yuki.
Tsukumo. She is so fucking cool. She's
Oh.
Aoi's mentor and shit.
I
I just
love
need
her.
to see them interact at least a little bit or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
I love her
maybe in
so
that
much.
we don't even know what her curse technique is yet.
We don't.
Besides the fact
Yeah.
that she has,
No,
like,
we
a
don't.
Shinigami.
Besides a fucking floating fish thing.
Maybe maybe they can interact in that little hospital arc you were theorizing about.
Yeah, I can see that
Maybe
happening.
maybe she'll be the one to be like, yo, Toto, what are you doing just sitting around here? There's stuff to do. And
Well,
maybe that'll give him the energy to
get up.
bust out.
The thing that
Yeah.
makes me nervous is her and Chozo are the ones who stayed behind to protect Tengen.
Yeah.
By the way, Chozo, not a great character.
Oh, you don't like
Really?
Chozo? Wait.
Wow. Come on.
Chozo.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
brother.
Listen, he's a freak, but I dig
I said I
this
liked
about-
him.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't like him.
I thought you said
Oh.
not.
You said
I
you fucked.
said
I thought
liked
you-
him.
You said
Oh, I
you
think
fucked with
that-
him, not fuck him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
See, I thought he said
yeah.
fuck him. Okay, yeah.
I was like,
Ooh,
I was confused. I'm like, wait, you guys don't like him?
Yeah.
everybody here likes him.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Dude, I love the fact that Yuji collects brothers.
Yeah.
He collects people who like him. And it's nice because I like him too.
But
Speaking of which,
go ahead, version.
I wanted to propose this. So on a scale from 1 to 10, and the only correct answer is 10, how dead is Tengen? How
Oh
dead
man.
is Tengen's dead. Like he's gonna die, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's just dead.
He's a
And
10.
that's something we're all.
He's 11.
I mean, it
Yeah.
seemed like you didn't really like him that much either for various reasons. So he might not like. We probably don't know all there is to know about him quite yet. So I imagine
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, Tengen seems like he's kind of an asshole, or at the very least, he's good or whatever. But to have shit set up the way that he likes, he probably does some like grimy shit on the side. I mean, let's face it. Like the society of cursed users and what have you is the way that it has been and has been for a while, and it's probably been in some level in service to Tengen.
Yeah.
Like all the problems that are wrong and going on with sorcerers and what have you, on some level, it's probably with his blessing. So,
Yeah.
we'll probably learn about more of that corruption and he'll probably have good reasons for it, but it's still like fucked. So,
Yeah.
but we'll just have to find out.
Anything else y'all want to see in JJK before we wrap up?
No, I think I got most of what I wanted to say out of the way.
I'm satisfied.
Y'all all satisfied? Minus I got Pharaoh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This will come back with the hottest take.
Yeah, Pharaoh the Voiceless. No, I get it. He's a cursed speech user. So he can only open his mouth when he drops the hottest bars. I get it. Man, I miss you, Fish Flake. By the way, the only thing I do want out of JJK is I'd at least like a little bit more of a beach episode where they aren't fighting a weird squid. Both the fans and also the people in JJK deserve a beach episode.
One chill moment would be fun.
So that's where I'm at.
That's what y'all would like. All right, word. Well, this was dope, man. I enjoyed talking to y'all about JJK, and we'll talk about it again in the future, probably post culling game, and get all y'all's thoughts on it. But yeah, I guess y'all can plug your social media. Go ahead, man. If y'all want people to follow y'all, shit. I don't know how that works. Go ahead, yeah. Like I know some of y'all don't have pods, but I know Jay's on like a pod now, and I don't know. Parf might be on it, so yeah. Go ahead, give y'all social media.
Before I was.
What'd you say, Jay?
You were on it before I was.
I was.
Yeah.
Jay, why don't you plug it then?
Okay.
Damn. First,
yeah.
like I don't want to be associated with that.
No.
I don't want to be associated with Peter the Plague.
Don't do
He fucking gave me COVID.
Listen to what do you say anime, or go to discord.gg/anime pod if you want to join that Discord too.
It's not actually. It's in a Discord.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at shardbased and for hot spicy takes.
It's a great follow. Definitely go follow Jay. Parf and Verse, and I mean y'all can tell them where to follow y'all out on Twitter. If y'all are on there.
You know, I'm good.
Yeah, go.
My social media is so bad. I hate it.
I must inquire, Parf. Is it bad because you argue with people, or is it bad because it's kind of horny?
It's
Parf is a TikToker, actually.
Oh, you're a TikToker?
Wow.
That's why.
Oh, I'm a
Interesting.
TikToker
That's
too,
why.
though. I rock with TikTok, bro. It's okay, Parf.
So that's why.
Oh, so that's why Lynn doesn't understand Discord, because he's too busy TikToking with the kids.
I do have a TikTok, and I hate it. I hate it to death, but I still do stuff on it.
Nice.
Parfully on TikTok.
I'm gonna come follow you.
I hate you, Jay. I hate you so much, Jay.
Yeah, that's the J factor.
That's the
baby.
J factor, baby.
All right, Verse, if you want to give your Twitter out and your socials, go ahead, man.
Sure. So this one's a little unorthodox, but for starters, my Twitter is Versin the Vassal. Josh Trosclair also works, since use my real name, I guess. So I will say this: I mostly do a lot of work with the Southwest DSA around here, Southwest Louisiana DSA. We have a Christmas drive coming up. That's a toy drive. So if you go to the SWLA DSA Twitter, they'll have more information on that and stuff. Trying to help out the kids and everything. And because I plugged this very podcast earlier today, I'm going to plug my new friend today's podcast. It's called Hold the Gravy. It's run by a guy named Hunter. It's a Louisiana-based podcast. It's about our food, culture, and all that stuff, and trying to see the future of our region, as well as trying to make better, healthy lifestyle choices. It's got a bunch of cool recipes and stuff, and it's a little bit of everything, a little bit of lagniappe.
100%. Hey, Verse, send me that link, and I'll put it in the description for people to donate and whatnot. Help the kids out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get a hold of all that together.
Bet.
Last thing, once again, this is super hyper regional because that's where most of my free time work seems to go into. But starting next week, I'll actually be doing work with a brand new initiative. It's the Gulf South for a Green New Deal initiative. We're going to be going on listening tours. It's paid work. I'm going to be traveling all the way up and down Highway 90 from Lafayette all the way down to Houma, collecting various people's stories and trying to rally Congress to try and get more funding around here because, climate change is a thing and we need to be ready for it.
Hell yeah. That's fuck yeah. I'm gonna talk to you about that off air. But yeah, fuck yeah. Thank you guys, man. This was dope. Y'all make sure y'all go follow all these guys. They're all doing cool stuff and they're all great follows. And I enjoy
Stream Pharaoh too.
Oh yeah. No, wait. Thank you, Jay. Go, even though he was voiceless in this, but that was by himself. Y'all go follow my man Pharaoh at Pharaoh. He makes great music. It's PHARREAUX. Go follow my man and check out his music.
Shit, some amazing music.
Yeah, shit is gas. That's a fact.
And while you're at it, at Lynn and tell him to stop silencing our boy Pharaoh. My cursed speech user Pharaoh being discriminated against by the Bros Who Think Network.
Wow.
I'm starting beef, man. I'm starting beef.
That's
to raise the listeners.
That's no beef. Zero. My man muted himself. But
no beef. It's just pork sausage right in the gumbo.
Thank you, man. This was great.
For sure.